Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. I'm Yinky, and in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to convert an off-shoulder bodice into a full shoulder bodice. This tutorial shall be an interesting and educative one. So you can see the off-shoulder bodice on the screen, and the first thing you're going to do is to get your back and your front, get it right while constructing your bodies. So I have a video on how to make this, how to make an off-shoulder bodice, and I'm going to drop the link in the description box. So the first thing is to locate the bust point, and what is left is for the shoulder strand. So the shoulder strand is around 4 inches. So that's where I'm marking right away. I've placed my tape measure to be able to locate that, so that whatever is left up is my shoulder strand, and the shoulder strand width is around 2 inches. So later I'm going to add sewing allowance of ½ inch to make it 2.5. So the next thing to do is to fold up like so, because when you measure the neck width, you can fold up to measure the neck width and put 5.5 on fold. So the 0.5 is for the sewing allowance, where 5 inches is the neck width on fold. So from the measurement, if you watch that video, the video of how I made this, you're going to understand how we get the neck width. So if the strand width is 2 inches, you will put 2.5 cos of sewing allowance to input the sleeve. So I hope you get that. So I'm going to trim this, prepare a stand for my sleeve strand. So the next thing is to fold the sleeve strand on bias. The reason why we are folding on bias is to just create room for any adjustment. So whenever you are using you can see the way I stretch it is stretchy a little bit, and whatever stretches can conform to the body shape and size at any point in time. That's why we prefer to fold on bias. So the length is 9 inches. This 9 inches works for both the back strand and the front strand. So you're going to take 9 inches, and that 9 inches, the sewing allowance is inclusive. Sewing allowance of ½ inch on both sides is inclusive. So I'll just cut this rectangular shape. The reason why I'm saying rectangular shape is that I'm going to cut 2 types of strand in this tutorial. So this is the first one, which is the rectangular shape. There is no one that you cannot use, but it has its own peculiarity and differences. So this strand shall be cut in 2. So I have cut 2 pieces of this strand. So the next thing is how to place it. You're going to place it like so, wrap it up with your bodice. Then when you wrap it up with your bodice, you're going to just sew it with ½ inch sewing allowance. So the sewing allowance the way you are going to wrap it up is like so. You can see how I'm doing it. Then you go to your sewing machine and stitch carefully with ½ inch sewing allowance. Can you see what I just did? Just stitch through, then turn to the right side. Then when you turn to the right side, you have what I have here, and this is for the front. You can still go to the back and do the same thing. The neck width at the back also is 5.5 with sewing allowance. Then you mark the stand for your sleeve, for your shoulder strand. So the stand is just 2.5, sewing allowance inclusive. So the sewing allowance is 0.5 like I told you. So I'm still repeating what I did at the front. So you can see this. The rectangular strand adds its own peculiarity in that the shoulder strand will kind of bend towards the armhole when you have fixed it finished. So I will show you what that looks like after we are done fixing it. So you're just going to place it the way we did for the front is what I'm still doing here. You wrap it up with your bodice. Then after you wrap it up, you sew with ½ inch sewing allowance. Then you come back and turn to the right side. So like I told you, I have a full tutorial on how to arrive at this off-shoulder bodice. Very simplified and easy tutorial. I'm going to leave a link in the description box for you to be able to watch. So after that, you can go ahead. You can see the way the strand is bending. Can you see the way it's bending? So it's like if you want it to stand straight, you're still going to fill this part up like 1 inch to fill this side up. So I'm going to cut another sleeve. So this is how this will be. It will bend like so. You know, there are some off shoulder that when you see it, the strand will bend and it has its own beauty. So if you don't want it to bend, if you want it to stand straight, that means you are not going to cut a rectangular shape. You're going to cut a kind of a strand that will bend towards the armhole. So you're going to fill this part up by 1 inch. I hope you get that. So I'll be using this rectangular shape to cut the second type of strand that I just mentioned. So you're going to cut the new strand by adding 1 inch to this part. So add 1 inch to the other side also to just fill up that side. So you just blend it towards this the other side like so. So after you have bent it, you're going to cut it like so. So when I fold for the strand, I always fold on bias. So there's a peculiarity when you're working with a stretchy material, a little bit stretchy material, not that stretchy. It conforms to the body size and structure. So that's why I prefer to work with it, because it reduces your stress of adjustment. So the next thing is to fix it on our bodies. So like I told you, this is how you're going to place. Can you see that this is standing straight? So that it will fill up, that 1 inch will fill up for that side, the armhole side that bends. So you're going to just wrap it up the same way you wrap it up the other time. So wrap your bodice up with your sleeve like so. So I'm using my pin to do that, so that I'll quickly show you what it looks like. So after I have wrapped it up, I'll show you what that looks like. The strand will be able to stand firm. It won't be the type that will bend. So this type that will bend, sometimes when you look at it, it will still be as if it is an off shoulder sleeve that you put. But this one will look like a complete and a full bodice that you did not even alter at all. So you can see after fixing the sleeve, so I've made up for that side, for the armhole side that will bend, that do bend. So you can see, so you're going to fold it like so, then you fix the front bodice also. It's the back bodice that we first of all fix. So I'll be able to fix the front bodice right now like so. It's still the same method and the same way. So I'll just wrap it up like this. So when you wrap it up, this is what you have. So I'm going to use my pin to hold it. So the half-inch sewing allowance will also be used to do this at this point. And after I have wrapped it up, I'll show you what it look like. So this is what you have afterwards, after fixing the sleeve. So you can see, mere looking at it, it looks straight and perfect. It's not the first one that we fixed that is bending towards the armhole. So this is standing straight. So there's no one that you cannot use. Like I told you, it depends on your choice and how you want your sleeve to be. So right now, the next thing to do is to place it right and recut the armhole so as to fix the sleeve. I'm going on a short break right now and I'll be back in a minute.
Do you desire to be a professional fashion designer in just few weeks? Then what are you waiting for? Enroll at Yinki Couture Academy today. Our online, offline and physical trainings are open in the following classes: advanced class for 4 weeks, intermediary class 8 weeks, and beginner class for 20 weeks. For inquiries, please call 0805 7944477 or 0903 218 4192. You can equally connect to us on our various social media platforms at Yinki Couture. Yinki Couture, home of dressmaking techniques.
You're welcome back. So right now, the next thing to do is to recut the armhole like I told you. So I will input the armhole circumference of 11.5 inches on fold. So that's 23 inches thereabout. And all we need for the armhole circumference is 20 inches. So the rest is the allowance. So I will go ahead and recut like so. And whatever I do to one side, I'll repeat it for the other side, just to complement it and to make sure it's the same thing. So this side is okay right now. Then I'll go ahead and fix the sleeve strand, for the shoulder strand for the other side. So after fixing the shoulder strand, then I'll be able to recut the armhole. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please like and share this video and give us a thumbs up. If you have any comment, please drop your comment in the comment section, and I'm going to attend to those questions as soon as I see it. Thanks. So the next thing to do is to bring our sleeve. You're going to put your sleeve measurement. After putting the sleeve measurement, and put measurement on your bodice. There are various ways you can do this. There are various ways you can achieve this. So the next thing here is to input the exact armhole circumference here, which is 20 inches and 10 inches on fold. So I have placed the same measurement. I'll go ahead and place the same measurement on the sleeve so as to get it right, because I don't want any pleat. So I'll place the same measurement on the sleeve. Remember, this sleeve is a stretchy one, so I'm going to place the measurement like so. So the measurement is short of like ½ inch, because so as to make up for the stretchy part. So I'll place my brown sleeve measurement, chalk it down to the sleeve opening. So after I have done that, I'll go ahead and fix my sleeve. So I have stitched the sleeve is ready. Then I'll place it inside like so to be able to fix the sleeve on the bodice. So I'll go ahead and use my office pin to hold it, and for you to see how I did that. So after holding it, I'll go on to my sewing machine and stitch it with ½ inch sewing allowance. So I'll just go ahead and hold it with my pin right away. So hold with your pin. So after holding with the pin, even without sewing it on the sewing machine already, without stitching on the sewing machine already, I'll show you how it looks like. So you can see now that this is the process. You have turned an off shoulder bodice to a full shoulder bodice, like you did not even cut it like an off shoulder. So if there is any need for you to convert your off shoulder bodice to a full shoulder bodice, you don't need to worry. After this video, you should be able to do that conveniently. So by the time I turn to the right side, you'll be able to see that there is no difference in you making an off shoulder bodice and converting it to a full shoulder bodice. So turning to the right side, this is what we have. You can see it's very neat and it's perfect. So we've almost come to the end of the tutorial. So don't forget to subscribe like I told you, like and also share this video. So don't forget, this video has the part 1 where I constructed the bodice, and it's a very simple and straightforward video. So you can watch that by clicking on the link in the description box. The link will be dropped in the description box. So we've come to the end of the tutorial, and I will see you in my next tutorial.